Hello and welcome to The Yard, the centrepiece of a housing project just outside Bristol in the UK. But this isn't an ordinary property development. It's only 2 miles away from one of the UK's major cities, yet its beautiful location and strong community spirit make it feel more like a village than a suburb. This is because it has been built and maintained by the people that live here. 32 of these houses have been designed and developed by their owners. This row of terrace houses and this apartment block, home to 6 flats, the Wild Goose Space Community Centre and 3 offices, were planned by the Ashley Vale Action Group, the organisation that runs the development. The neighbourhood has a private road, a play area and numerous community gardens. But it wasn't always like this. Over 20 years ago, this entire area was owned by a scaffolding company and consisted of little more than a couple of warehouses and a dilapidated office block. However, when the company tried to sell it to a property developer in the late 1990s, a group of local residents decided to intervene. They formed an action group and campaigned to buy the plot. They wanted to serve the local community rather than a wealthy property developer, so they decided to focus on self-building, selling plots that people could build on. The idea quickly became popular, and before long, the group had raised enough money to buy the site. By the mid-noughties, construction had begun. Although many of the people here didn't have a background in building, they quickly learned together, sharing skills, knowledge and resources. As well as construction tips, they pooled their knowledge on sustainability too. Many residents used natural materials, like lime render, and insulated their properties with recycled newspapers packed into the walls. All the windows were double glazed to keep the heat in, and some residents planted sedum grass on the roof. They also equipped each property with solar panels to generate both heat and electricity. By around 2009, the residents here had created one of the most distinctive residential areas in the country, a housing estate that each member of the community had helped to build. This is at the heart of the philosophy here. In an age where properties are often seen as mere investments, this development offers people a personal connection to the home they live in. Because of this, people stay long term, and all the residents know each other. There's a strong sense of community here, and residents share everything, from sugar to lawnmowers to childcare. Today, residents often get together to work on the site's common areas. They've even created a home zone outside of the complex where green spaces help to control the traffic flow. But it isn't all work. The Wild Goose Space often holds events for the local community, including film nights, workshops and pop-up restaurants. Over the last 15 years, this area has transformed from a disused wasteland to a prize-winning development. But more importantly, it has become a community. The residents here have invested more than just money to create a place that feels like a real home. This is increasingly rare in the modern world, but demand for places like this is soaring. A recent poll showed that 1 in 7 British people want to build their own home, a 12% increase from the year before. Sadly, this won't be possible for everybody, but the development here at Ashley Vale proves that it is possible to not just build a house, but to build a community too.